The benefits of tracking your training. Hi, it's Joe the Bucket List Coach here. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. James Clear. And the only way to systemize your fitness is to track your improvements and what you're doing. If you regularly log and track your progress, you may not need to be convinced why you should be tracking it. But for those of you that don't normally track your progress, take a quick look at why it might be important to start. Did you know that if you track your results and your training, you're twice as likely to achieve goals than those who don't? So many people are unhappy with where they are, and yet they aren't prepared to do the simplest things to improve their chances of positive results and success. It's ridiculous. It's funny when you see the athleticism of the vast majority of people who track their training against those who don't care, it becomes obvious. There are outliers, and I'm not talking to them, but most people who aren't tracking what they do are the same people who complain about not improving, and they bounce from gym to gym or program to program, or end up off again, on again, and then off completely, rather than actually looking at what they are doing or not doing and where they could improve. Track as much as you can. Track the number of your workouts, your heart rate, distances, volumes and weight. Track how you feel and how you recover. This all contributes to your results. Stop exercising and start training. You see, if you do this, it makes it more likely for you to reach and surpass your goals. It allows you to be more efficient in your time and your workouts. It lends accountability to yourself and your goals. It also allows for easier modifications and shows when changes needed to be made to your program. It can be motivating and reinforcing to remind you of why you're doing what you are. It helps you to drive the focus and direction of your programming. It keeps you committed to your plan. Also, seeing where you are not improving helps you focus on those areas. Tracking also lays foundations for further training and thus prevention of either injury or undercooking. Undercooking is not being where you're meant to be physically in preparation for either an event or adventure or whatever you're training for. On this note, we encourage endurance athletes and adventurers to track overall training volume over the year. This helps us plan their starting volumes for the following year or season. With tracking your training loads, we can see if you're plateauing and put in protocols to either recover and go again or break through to the next level. It means that you can adjust your program based on facts rather than just feelings. So remember the old adage, if it's not measured, it's not managed. We also see people not recording for long enough. They see a dip in their performance and they stop. Let me just show you James Clear's plateau of latent potential. Now, you've got time along the bottom and you've got results down the side. Now, people believe that programs should look like this, a straight line. Whereas in actual fact, adaptation to the training stimulus is taking place. It can often look like this curved line, which is what James Clear calls the valley of disappointment. The difference between the winners and the losers of this world is often just bearing with it, following the process, tracking results and sticking to it until you get to the next level of performance. But one, if you don't keep tracking, and two, if you don't stick with it, you'll never know. Anyway, enjoy. If this has been helpful, or if you'd like to discuss how you can access more resources or coaching around this, DM me.